Okay, thanks for making it this far into the webinar. I'm really excited for this next section. It's all about our dashboard software. The amount of data that is collected and stored by the QFM units is pretty staggering. And being able to process that data and put it into a visualization that is meaningful and useful to operators so that they can make good decisions throughout the day is very important. So we have been working on this over the last year with our customers to fine-tune exactly what information they want to see, how they want to see it displayed. With that, here's dashboard. And it's in black and white. Can we get it in color? Color. There we go. Okay. So this is what the dashboard looks like. We're going to kind of break it down into different sections. Across the top, you kind of have a title bar with the name of the system, the name of the location. So if you have multiple locations, then you can tell which system you're looking for. This is also kind of the home button when you're in the dashboard. There's also a time window over here. You can edit the time window that is displayed on charts and the such. Then you can also export a screenshot of the dashboard so that you can share that as a report or send that to a customer or whatever you want to do there. The colored boxes here represent cumulative data. So starting at the top, we have the freezer air, which is an average of all of the units, the air temperature that they're seeing. Then we have groups based on their state. So there's 15 units out of the 24 units here are in the ready state. Ready means that there is no pallet in front of the machine and it's ready to start a cycle. Running would mean that it's mid-cycle with a pallet in front of it. And completed means that the time is up on that pallet cycle and it is ready to be pulled out of that location so it can start freezing another one. Each of these states have a details box so that you can see which pallet locations are in that state. The rack locations are here. We've blurred them out for the customer's privacy. As an operator, that's the information that you want to see the most. So then again, we can click on the location name to go back to the home. And we can do the same thing for running or completed. Completed, we actually have a box here where you can export to Excel. So if you want to send a bunch of tasks out, you can do that through batching if you don't have two-way communication set up yet. We have two other boxes here. Communication, we track the last reported telemetry from each device. And if we've lost communication from a machine, then it's important to get that back online. When communication is lost, we can send out an alarm to an email or a text to a cell phone to whoever you want so that they can check it out and reestablish the communication. We also track average seal quality. The default when we send these units out is we say a good seal is anything above 100 pascals and anything below 100 pascals we consider a bad seal. The actual seal quality to get good freeze performance can vary on the SKU, but it's a good benchmark if you can train your people to build the pallets so that they get that 100 pascal, you're guaranteed great results. And they've just started the system. They're running it great with a 104 average on the units that are running. And with that, that kind of finishes up the cumulative data that we're showing on this dashboard. There's other telemetry that we can show, but these are the ones that are important to this customer. Then we can go into this table here. And with this table, each of these columns is able to be sorted. We start with rack location, air temperature, probe temperature, whether or not it's communicating, the seal quality, the time remaining on the cycle, and the state. So with the air temperature, you can sort from the coldest to the warmest. With the probe temperature, it's pretty handy to line up, okay, we have 4 pallets that are probed currently. And if we want to see what's going on with those, it's as simple as clicking on this row and we have a graph. The blue line represents the air temperature and the green line is the probe temperature. So we can tell that when they put the probe in, and we can see that it's hit latent. When you see this flat line, that's definitely in latent, especially with the temperature that we're seeing there. And we can kind of cut through the rest of these, we can see that this one has broken through latent and is starting to decline in temperature. And same with this one, has broken through latent as well and is declining in temperature. So it's very easy to see what is going on with each pallet location. And you can see that we have very precise air temperature measurements to the 10th of the degree in Fahrenheit or Celsius. And you can see right there, this is the unit that's not communicating, and we have no temperature displayed, and it says communicating is false. The being able to sort these by all of these columns makes it very easy to find units with, say, less than desirable seal, or which ones are completed, whatever information you want to see there. You can very quickly sort through, and then you can scroll through the pages here. We can customize just about any of this. I have a couple other dashboards that I wanted to show you. Okay, here's another one that very similar setup. We can see that seal quality, but on this one we can actually look at it a couple different ways. We have seal quality over time and the number of devices that are running over time. And I thought it was we've got a couple of locations here that were probed at the time, and this is a little bit of a historical data starting here and time down to 0. So we track this. They're entering their SKUs as they go, so that we're collecting that data and building a database of the all of the tests they've run. So you can definitely see the advantage when you're trying to manage either a 24 pallet position system or a 430 pallet position system. It's very, very similar UI. We've also built dashboards that work well on a TV screen. This is another customer has 66 units, and they have 0 that are incomplete, 53 that are ready, and 13 that are running. They have an average room temp of -3.4, and this gives them the rack locations of their units. So there's very little other information that's on this. It was really built for a TV screen that they could put out on the dock. The last thing I wanted to show you guys was the time window. So you can choose a time period, or you can say the last. We've got a drop down where you can say the last 30 days, and you can very quickly find where you have plugged probes in and get some key pieces of data. You can also zoom in. So let's say this one was 10.5 to 10.6 to 6:40. We can plug that in. Let's open it up a little bit. So I want to change this from 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. So I just hit 7:30. Okay. Looks like we got started at about 11, so I'm going to change that again. And 5. And we hit 0 a little later on. Adjust it one more time. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with this, but I really want to save these values in an Excel sheet. I want them for a different purpose, and I'm able to export that to Excel. When I open that up, you can see the air temperature and the probe temperature from beginning to end. Very easy to grab historical data and watch things happen live. And the software is only going to get better. This is something that we release new versions of this every few months, and it can be customized on a per customer basis. I think that's all I have to say about that.